Hey guys, LCUS here, week 4. First game, option 12, Northern Storm. My name is Kenos, joined by Jeff. Jeff, what are we looking at for this first set of games?
Oh man, well this is an interesting matchup because if you would have had this matchup last week, it would have looked hype as heck. Because it would have been the top two teams in the league. As it turned out, now we're just looking at like two of the top teams in the league. Option 12, they've kind of struggling lately though. Northern Storm, they also had a 1-1 last week, so still at top of the standings, but not looking as dominant as they did before. Still should be a good matchup, though. I'm excited. Whoever wins this one, if someone 2-0s, will just be on cloud nine, I think, going forward.
Yeah, speaking of nine lives just shoving its way into that standings portion as we see here. Northern Storm up at the top. Option 12 could, if they take a 2-0, be tied for first place. Obviously, would need some help with that. Um, but we are 2 weeks from the playoffs, so it's make or break time for every team. Northern Storm looking to cement a lead, other teams looking to jockey for position to get into those 4 playoff spots. So, option 12 needs to make plays, or else they could end up falling behind here. And do you think Northern Storm is going to continue its power moves here and stay in first place?
This is a really interesting matchup because I think it's two teams where neither have really played around topside very much. I think they've both been just living and dying and feasting or famining. That's not a word, but you know what I'm trying to say on how their jungler influences the map. Both of these teams, their junglers are so huge to their success. And so I'm really excited to see who takes priority in the jungle, which is not usually a position you see prioritized in the draft, but I think we will see it in this series.
Yeah, the comment about the jungle especially is something that we need to keep an eye on. We do see a focus with that Yi ban right away. No one's letting Prowler get that Yi. But we did see option 12 struggle a little bit last week. 9 lives obviously is one of the big stories right now, and we'll get to them when we get to them. But I think they need to pick up the pieces a little bit. And like you said, Northern Storm is another one of those teams that has, despite playing very well in the games that they've won, they have showed some weakness. Phoenix took a game off them last week. So both of these teams, I think, are trying to establish a name for themselves in this game, reclaim their title.
Yeah, if you go all the way back to week one as well, I mean, 9 lives, you just brought them up. That was the only week that they've looked lackluster completely, and they were in control of game 2 against Northern Storm way back in week 1, and then they made a couple of questionable decisions, and that's how Northern Storm first vaulted themselves into the lead contender position for this split. But it's not like Northern Storm has been without fault. Like, there have been cracks in the armor for this team along the way. They've been able to fill them in, they've been able to compensate, they've been able to counterattack very well, but they have not looked invincible.
Yeah, the not looking invincible is the big key there. I mean, they have had moments and positions like we see here with the Hecarim take. That is something that Northern Storm really desperately wanted to get their hands on, but since they didn't get that, now they're focusing on the bot, locking down very reliable characters for that bot lane that has been so dominant for them.
Yeah, I love this draft so far from both teams because, you've got option 12 taking the Hecarim away from Token right away, and I know that that's something that Prowler is comfortable playing as well, so it's not only a good pick for Prowler, but it takes it away from Token. But then Northern Storm right back, taking away Morgana Ashe, 2 incredibly good picks for option 12 so far this split. And we have Jhin coming out for option 12, and potentially Yuumi. They might just be hovering that control, we'll see. But Jhin is something that I don't think we've seen from Pointy Ball so far this split, but I'd be very excited to see it get locked in, and it has been. Yuumi, are you trolling us? Yeah, you're trolling us.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm expecting the swing. We've seen good things. I mean, despite Swain's obvious flexibility in so many lanes. We've seen good things out of support Swain. I think Trufflesaurus was playing Swain last week. So that Swain could be going anywhere. We have Sligosaurus commenting in the chat, imagine leaving Hecarim up. I think the Hecarim was being left up. Northern Storm was hoping that Option 12 forgot about Week 1. I think it was one of those situations.
Yeah, I'm sure that Option 12 would not have left that up if they did not have first pick. Because I think, yeah, that's a high priority jungler for both sides, and I'm sure whoever has blue side in this series will be happy to take it. Whoever has red side, I mean, I guess Northern Storm thinks that they are prepared to deal with it. Obviously, at least as far as I know, we haven't seen Prowler on Hecarim yet, this split. I know he's a capable player on it, but it's not like what Token did in Week 1 yet, where it has that same level of reputation. One thing I'm a little interested about, and I know we're flashing back to about 3 minutes ago, is the Vigar ban in Rotation 1 from Northern Storm.
Okay.
Because Gregosaurus played that last week, and it wasn't really that consequential. So I'm surprised that Northern Storm would have prioritized it at that level.
It's possible it's a mid laner's preference. Chaosix maybe hates playing against Vigar.
Sure. Vigar is very frustrating to play against. Kane coming out. I like that.
I don't. We need more durability out of Northern Storm here.
Well, they might go Red Kane.
Well, sure, but he's still, he's off tank at best. So I'm like hoping, I should say, to see something like maybe a Galio mid. But we'll see.
Yeah. Could even be a mid set. You don't even know. That guy is so flexible.
That would be interesting. Yeah, I'm expecting set to be top though, but we'll see.
Yeah, you would certainly think that.
Last pick here is probably either support or mid, depending where the Swain's going. Still support or mid, depending where the...
I'm gonna guess that this is a mid Swain Nico support, actually.
Alright.
Which I'm not sure is optimal, but I know that Queen Wizbear is very comfortable on Nico, and I don't think I've ever seen Gregosaurus play Nico outside of like ARAM. So I would be very surprised if they sent Nico mid here.
This is our second or third LeBlanc this split? I think it's just the second one.
Yeah, I think it's only the second one, but...
Well, looks like it's going to be Nico unless they're going to swap back with 10 seconds left or something.
Wow, alright. I'm excited to see this, because I don't think I've ever seen Gregosaurus play Nico before outside of ARAM.
Now, if Northern Storm ends up at the very least winning game 2, I'd like to know if this LeBlanc was picked thinking Swain was going to be mid or not. Because I think that's an interesting mind game that may come into play here. Because like you said, Lizabear, good on the Nico. If they knew that, they'd go, well then Swain's obviously mid. They picked the LeBlanc. And now suddenly it's Nico mid.
Yeah, I'm trying to rack my brain right now, and chat, feel free to chime in. I'm not sure who LeBlanc does better into between Nico or Swain, because I could see both Nico and Swain having merit for doing better into LeBlanc. Swain just with the natural durability, Nico with a little bit more elusiveness. Both have straight line snares. I'm not sure if Option 12 got the best out of that flex pick, because I think that LeBlanc theoretically does fine into either one of them.
Well, I mean, I feel like Option 12 got the better of the lineup overall. Because, I mean, I'm not seeing...
With the durability.
Right, I'm seeing no tinks. I'm seeing nothing that... I mean, obviously Set is...
Pseudo-tank,
right,
yeah.
Obnoxiously invincible for one punch. But, I mean, I'm seeing a lot of characters that, I'm not going to say need ramp-up time, but aren't going to be able to get much done if they don't get super fed.
Yeah, the thing is on the side of Option 12, then, there isn't a lot of consistent DPS.
True.
Hecarim is the one who will go in, he can just spam his Q, get lots of damage down. But, I mean, Nico is mostly all burst. Jin, Jin does sort of consistent damage, but it's like slow consistent damage
Hmm.
compared to a traditional AD carry. So I'm not sure if the lack of tank will hurt Northern Storm as well as it would have against, if you had a traditional control mage or a traditional AD carry.
I see Infinite Op saying Set and Kane are tanky. Not tanky enough for me. If you
Yeah,
look you look up on the
I
tier list.
I do think that Red Kane gets deceptively tanky, um, especially with the self healing that he gets. I do think that if Token goes Red Kane, which I'm not even sure if he will, because I know Token is a carry style player, so he might go blue. But if he goes Red Kane, I think that Red Kane would be tanky enough to manage against this option 12 comp. Um,
I mean,
it's just
we have seen Red Kane be slotted in when even like assassin players realize they need some durability on their team.
mhm.
Um, but like if I'm looking at for tanks, I'm looking for Mordekaiser, I'm looking for Shen, I'm looking for somebody who can
Yeah.
take a nuke to the face and just laugh about it.
I mean, this is like I feel so lazy in stating it like this, but I'm a big basketball fan, and so often that games just come down to who makes their open threes, who makes their shots when they have them, and this is going to be a game that just comes down to like between WD Fan, Pointy Ball, Gregor Soares, who hits the skill shots that you need to hit, because both of these teams are just so dependent on getting the big picks, the advantageous fights, and whoever hits more of them, I think will win because I don't see an inherent advantage for either side.
Yeah, I mean, I can see this definitely coming down to a couple of well-timed ganks. Uh,
Yeah, well-timed ganks, rotations being just a little bit earlier, or just who executes better. Because man, these are some interesting comps. They really are.
I think Northern Storm does well in the skins.
Let's see. I love Mistletoe LeBlanc. I'm always impartial against the World Championship skins, so not a fan of that Jin skin. No skin on Nico. Yep. I go Northern Storm here.
All right, cool. So Northern Storm gets game one on that. Yeah, consistently not a fan of that Jin skin. Keeps popping up. Not a fan.
Just the World Championship skins in general, I'm not a huge fan of, except the Samsung Galaxy Twitch, because that's the one where when he recalls, he rolls around in the grass.
And
That's
also
pretty cool.
the elusive Kane skin. We so rarely have people with Kane skins.
I actually don't see Kane played that often, so I didn't even realize that it was that elusive to see one. But yeah, that's good. Yeah, I mean, you got 5 skins on the side of Northern Storm,
Right.
only 4 on option 12, and one of them weren't a fan of. So
It's also nice how Hecarim's got a skin other than Arcade, since that is such a commonality from Hecarim players. Not that it's a
I was
bad
hoping
skin.
we might see. I was hoping we might see the headless horseman Hecarim,
Hmm.
given the time of year, but
Maybe for
not feeling festive. That's okay.
maybe in the finals.
Let's see. Looks like option 12 is 1 to 5 point here. The way they're leaving the Nexus. Yep, everybody. Yep, everybody's just fanning out. Nobody wants to have any level 1 shenanigans.
Yeah, I think I'm cooling on this set skin. Doesn't quite inspire, at least in game.
Well, Set is one of those characters where it's just tough to make his skins that cool because, I mean, you can't really do anything that cool with his animations or his abilities.
Oh, I don't know about
Because
that.
he just punches stuff. Like there's no projectiles or anything.
Sure, but you could do things like World Breaker set, where when he punches things, the ground kind of ruffles around him.
I guess, but how much? I don't know. I'm just wondering how much that adds to like the graphics demands that aren't necessary.
Well, what graphics are necessary, really? Turn your particles to 0, folks. You can just imagine.
Turn shadows off. Turn.
Nickel forgetting who won the skin battle last week. You should go check that out. Go to our
Go to the
YouTube channel.
VODs. Give us some views.
Go to our VODs, go to our YouTube channel, check out the third set of games from last week. They were incredible. Some of the best LCUS games we've had in a while.
Oh my gosh.
Slakosaurus spoiling the results in chat. Seems like the sort of thing you do.
Wow. Wishbone should try out for a field goal kicker position, because that Dark Binding just somehow found its way between both characters, even though it looked like it could have hit either one.
Yeah, missing some cues early here. Elizabeth going very far forward.
That's a good pull. That's a lot of damage. Could ignite. Nope. Nope. Gonna hold it for now. Okay.
Of course, with Kane, there's also the possibility of those fun through-the-wall ganks, which everyone loves so much.
Yeah, that's such a unique ability. It's so... it's... I was gonna call it fun, but I don't know if it's objectively fun. It's just strange.
Nice route there.
Unique.
Both ways.
Yeah, this bot lane is brawling so far, and Northern Storm, even though they were only level 1 until just a moment ago, doing a decent job holding up.
I was gonna say there's some Bard fans in chat who will be very upset that you said that it's a unique ability. Who wants to go on a magical journey? We don't have magical journeys anymore.
Well, I mean, there's a difference between being able to portal through a wall and being able to just, like, walk around inside a wall.
There is, but you know how sensitive Bard players are, man. They're...
Indeed, sure. The snowflakes of League. I'm really interested to see how this top lane matchup goes, because, oh, we have both junglers down here in the bot side now. Token should be okay. Prowler just used that devastating charge already, so won't be able to catch up to him. Oh, that's a good route, though. Oh, and the Deadly Flourish comes out. Token has to flash away. Heal burn as well. One more auto shouldn't be enough. You will barely live. Man. A lot of summoners burned in the bot side for no result.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of good CC abilities coming out of Elizabeth here early, using that Swain to great effect.
Yeah, a couple really good grabs so far that have seized some advantages. What I was going to say is I am really excited to see what happens in this top side, because both of these teams, I feel, their top laners are often just left out on an island. And I think that Gotta Get Lucky, he obviously has the advantage so far, and he has been, you know, pretty solid so far this split, but he's in trouble now and he gets taken down for first blood. Gregosaurus rotating up first. Token is going to drop as well. They do get the trade kill, but now Chaos in a lot of trouble. He has very little mana, gonna have to flash, absolutely. And Prowler, oh my goodness, the devastating charge lives up to its name. And it's 3-1 option 12 early on.
Yeah, LeBlanc's the burst damage champion, but not anymore.
I didn't see how that all started actually, but it looked like it was a skirmish that Northern Storm should not have wanted.
Yeah, what happened was Gotta Get Lucky headed down to the scuttle, and then got sandwiched between Prowler and Eternal, and then it kind of spiraled from there. I don't know what Token's doing here. Does have Gotta Get Lucky there to help, but Eternal is back as well.
Yeah, Chaosix showed up to that fight with very little mana. It didn't seem like he really had much ability to impact it. And I remember going all the way back to level 1, he used his distortion at level 1 to pick up a couple CS. And I wondered if that would seem like an unnecessary use of mana at the time. And yeah, I'm definitely just spitballing here, but at the time I thought that seemed like a reckless use of mana. And then he showed up there and wasn't able to do much. So go back and watch a VOD. I'll be interested to see if that was impactful.
We have Slack pointing out in chat that Hecarim has Ignite.
Yeah, that's a Prowler special right there. Gotta get lucky. Could be in trouble here. Running away from Sigtao Eternal. The flash in. Sigtao Eternal looking for the solo kill. The Haymaker will save Gotta Get Lucky for now, but he's gonna have to recall and use that teleport to get back to lane. Gregosaurus doing well on this Nico so far in the mid lane. I haven't seen him play this before, but it's going pretty solid.
Well, he does have that nice gold lead from all that skirmishing loveliness that led to our first handful of kills.
Yeah, getting a kill and 2 assists that early, that feels really good. And he still has his flash as well. And for Chaotix, that's rough because, I mean, LeBlanc is a character where you expect to be strong early, you expect to be able to translate that into rotations, transfer your lead, your pressure to other lanes, and when you're behind like this, and you're behind in summoner cooldowns, it's tough. Here comes Prowler, hook land, or excuse me, pole lands from Elizabeth, Wishbone goes down, another kill for option 12, looking great in the early game. Gregosaurus gets snared up, but he actually deals more damage back to Chaos, so everything looking fine for option 12 so far as they start up the streak.
Yeah, I wonder if Token is farming to 6, or if he just isn't seeing the openings he wants.
Sigtao Eternal and Gotta Get Lucky brawling again up as the top side, and oh, that's a nice ult from Sigtao Eternal, getting away from the Haymaker damage, and now they're just punching each other. Oh my goodness, it was such a boring fight, but it ends up with a kill for the Volibear. You got two very, very physically strong people just punching each other.
Well, here comes Token to possibly finish the job. Misses the opening salvo there. Does get stunned.
Gets stunned from Eternal.
Is 6 though, that could play a huge factor. Nope, just missing everything unfortunately.
Oh, there's a lot of stuff going on. WD Fan forced away, and now Curtain Call. Called by Pointy Ball. I don't think he'll be able to find the shots here though.
Nah, I don't think the damage was there anyway. Maybe it was just trying to force the Ashe back. Because this is a lot of minions clumped up here. You don't want the Ashe to get this much CS.
This is a huge gold lead early on for option 12 though. 2k at only 9 minutes. And there haven't even been any towers that dropped yet. There's no crazy like Rift Herald cheese that's happened at this point. It's purely just kills and plates.
And CS advantage, though Eternal, despite being up 2 kills, does not have a great CS lead up in this top lane. We have a comment from Infinite OP saying Northern Storm is not respecting early damage. And yeah, I mean, that was one of the concerns that I had, was once Prowler finishes this gank here.
Yep, this is going to be trouble. Gotta get lucky.
Good flash.
Does have the flash, and he'll have the Haymaker still available, so yeah, let him go, but you got the flash, so that's worth it.
I mean, you've got LeBlanc and Kayn, and even Ashe a little bit. All these characters who need to kind of come online. Whereas not so many of Option 12's characters need to come online. Jhin deals a lot of damage just, every 4 shots. Elizabeth, you got all that CC fun times. And Hecarim is just scary early game. That's why he gets such terrifying leads.
Yeah, so scary.
So all of that combined leads to a weak early game. And, weak early game plus no way to chew through the durability late game leads to problems. Or survive the damage output late game, I should say.
Yeah, it's a very dangerous situation right now for Northern Storm. Nice chain from Chaotix in the mid lane. Gets a chunk out of Gregosaurus, but yeah, this Hecarim is off and running right now. And you have an immobile AD carry, a relatively immobile support. Those are easy pickings for a Hecarim, especially with Ignite, which may come back to haunt Prowler a little bit at some point, the lack of mobility, depending on only the ultimate for mobility, but for now, it just looks scary to deal with.
I also like this ward that they have here. They see that there was a possibility of LeBlanc and Kayn coming up, they recognize it, they back off.
Wishbone, yeah, Wishbone stepping way too far forward there. Might be in a lot of trouble. WFan gotta block this. Too late on the block. They walked apart for a moment. He tried to come back, but just not in time.
And here might come some wall running shenanigans, but I think that isn't enough to take advantage of.
That's a good dodge from Chaotix, and now has a big advantage in this fight, but must avoid, doesn't. Had the advantage in the fight, but then just could not juke the next spell from Gregosaurus. Gets destroyed by it.
Well,
and option 12. Looking about as good as we've seen him in a while now.
Yeah, they're definitely taking advantage of their early opportunities here. Got to get lucky. Really not doing that great up against Eternal in these couple of fights that we've seen. Seems like most of his advantage was in the early game, and now that that's passed and Eternal manages to catch up in gold, now they're suffering from the CC that Volibear brings to the table.
Yeah, Eternal's got some armor now, and gotta get lucky. That's a good ultimate, but I don't know if it'll be enough. Oh, Eternal, I don't think... Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just followed him under the turret a little bit too much there. Got suppressed.
Yeah, jumping in under the turret was not a great idea. He should have jumped earlier.
Yeah, or even just taken the... I mean, he had about 75% health compared to Gotta Get Lucky's 20%. Just take that trade, pressure him back. He doesn't have a teleport. So a little bit of reprieve there for Northern Storm as they get the solo kill up in the top side. First Drake went over to option 12 earlier without much fuss, and now Token could be in trouble. Prowler and Token, two of the star junglers in this league, but Prowler wins that matchup easily with the help of his team. Now Wishbone could be in trouble. Deadly Flourish lands. Pointy Ball is on point so far tonight with those skill shots. And option 12 now a 9-2 lead looking at this second Drake.
Sorry for the inactive camera there a bit, folks. Banning a bot in chat, but did manage to catch that fight. Prowler may be in trouble against the dragon. No, there's nothing much there. Alright, so the gold lead's been close to even throughout this.
Well, 12 has expanded out quite a bit lately. The 4,000 gold lead now.
Yeah, I mean it was 3 earlier, right? So it's not that much, but we're seeing some of the bigger items coming through now. We've got Storm Razor, we've got Hextech, we've got Trinity Force. Everything.
Pull back onto Token. Oh boy. Tell you what, Wishbone could be in trouble here. Stopwatch on the second shot. And everyone will live through that, but turret will still fall.
Stopwatch overpowered. Though, unnecessary there, I would say.
Yeah, I would agree. And so far, right now, like, this Kane pick has been... I don't want to throw shade, but honestly...
Hasn't felt like Kane.
It just... Token has been nowhere. It reminds me of Game 1 with Shen last week, where it's just, it almost feels like Northern Storm hasn't had a jungler so far.
I must say, I'm really enjoying Pointy Ball's, I'm not going to say haphazard, but let's say willful use of his ultimate. We've had some Jhin games where Jhin just doesn't use his ultimate. So seeing Jhin just kind of be like, oh, we have a small break in the fight, let's just throw my ultimate out. I think that's a really good use for it.
Could have a huge fight. There goes Prowler with the ultimate back into the backline. He's taking no damage. Gotta get lucky. Will shut him down. The Haymaker helps. Gregosaurus shows up. Big time ultimate right in the middle of everything. Zones people away. It ends up being a 2-for-1. A little bit sloppy, honestly, I think, from both sides. But option 12, they come out the better.
Yeah, that is one of the nice things about Kane. We saw it there. No health, well, just jump inside somebody for a little bit.
Sure.
Did help to take Prowler down.
Let's see. Token right now. I mean, yeah. Now he's finally making the transformation. So
Red
Kane is finally a real champion, because Kane before transformation is honestly like a cannon minion.
Well, Kane before transformation can still do well early game. The problem is we left early game behind about 5 minutes ago. And
this point,
loving these.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say more love for these deep wards, just like all throughout the red side of Northern Storm. Option 12 can see everything.
He did opt for the darkened form, so will be a little more durable, a little tankier, but they're so far behind that you wonder if that will even matter. Root doesn't quite land from Gregosaurus. And option 12, they have everything they want right now. They've got a big early game lead. Pointy Ball's on his way to that 2-item spike, and they've got the first 2 drakes. So Northern Storm is going to have to come to them.
Well, at the same time, I don't know how long they want to give Northern Storm time to catch up, right? I mean, we have a bit of a gank here. Yeah,
good catch. Pointy Ball out of position. He's absolutely going to drop. That's a huge shutdown going over to Chaotix on the LeBlanc. That's a mistake. Honestly, I don't know how else to say that. There's no reason that a Jhin should be up that far by himself.
Well, now we have a bit of a aggressive collapse attempt here, but I think the option 12 was wisely backing off.
Yeah, your team is taking Rift Herald on the other side. There's no reason that an immobile AD carry should be that far up the bot side. So Northern Storm now, posturing around this Drake. We're just looking to get some vision control because... No, Chaos jumps in, and the arrow Lizbear in a lot of trouble. Down she goes, and the dominoes may be falling a little bit. Prowler, good blast cone to get himself away. He's one of the people that just cannot go down. And now Pointy Ball, he might get caught out again. He curtain calls right in front of the set. Gregosaurus caught on the backside. His ult did nothing. And look at how everything is going Northern Storm's way now. Prowler jumps in, he gets bursted down. And all of a sudden, Northern Storm, they get about 4 kills in a row. They're gonna get a Drake, and this gold lead is gonna be down to about 1.5k, whereas before it was 4 to 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to this episode of Game of Throws.
Hopefully better than Season 8 of the actual show.
We have this lovely House Northern Storm, who's been on the back foot for about 15 seasons, now comes swinging in because half of Option 12's main characters decided to wander blindly into the scary woods.
The North Storm remembers.
It does, and we'll see if Option 12 can learn some lessons and not have another red wedding.
This is going to be a key moment for Option 12 right here too. They are still in control of this game. They really are, but a sequence of plays like that can just derail momentum so quickly that with all that gold, all that shutdown gold that just went in Northern Storm's pockets, Option 12, can they regroup? Can they recalibrate their objectives, their missions, their priorities going forward? Because if they can't, this game could get out of control, go against them very quickly.
Something I'd like to see, and I don't play Nico, so this is just more from an observational perspective. I would like to see Gregosaurus actually land his ult at some point. I think that'd be a treat for everyone involved.
Yeah, that ult in the red jungle there was... It looked like it was supposed to be sort of like a zoning ult. Either that or it was just hopeful. But even if it was a zoning ult, I'm not sure what it was zoning people from, because it was such a spread out skirmish.
Because, I mean, it's possible he's landed one off camera, but every time the screen's been on him, he's been missing by centimeters. And, you know, obviously, you know, you're against someone like LeBlanc. It's hard to land ults like that against LeBlanc, but at the same time, you know, I think that's a big difference maker in these fights as well.
Yeah, and Nico ult is not an easy ult to land, especially against mobile characters. I would expect in the future, in the next 10 minutes, 15 minutes, however long this game goes, as Pointy Ball gets a kill on the Gotta Get Lucky, actually, that Gregosaurus will be looking for the Ashe on these ultimates because that's the immobile character. You can't really find it onto Kayn and LeBlanc that easily. More damage coming down in the bot lane now. It's Gregosaurus. He throws out his ult once again, doesn't land it, and Token will go down though as he steps a little too far forward. Wishbone throws out the stopwatch, just trying to get the soul shackles. Prowler in the back wreaking havoc, and Wishbone gets sniped down as Prowler also lives. So, option 12, they do come back after that series of unfortunate events, and they get a 4-for-1 there.
Also, it was Hourglass that time, so...
Ah, so don't call your congressman.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh, gotta get lucky.
He's chasing. This is pretty ambitious, though. He's all alone. He's used his flash. There's the haymaker, but I don't think... He does get Queen Whisper, but he drops for it as well. And support for top laner, I'm not really sure that that's worth it.
Well, I mean, obviously that was not the ideal for him. He was going for Eternal, I'm pretty sure. But even then, I don't know if you want to be focusing. No matter how weak the tank is, he's still less of a threat than the ADC. But just so much disables. There's the stuns, there's the roots. Option 12 has a lot of tools in their pocket for dealing with things like this.
Token able to avoid the snare from Gregosaurus, but now Prowler looking at Wishbone, 3-level advantage, but won't go for it. So as we settle down here for a moment, possibly, yeah. Okay, let's just go back there. The gold lead has ballooned back up to about 4K, so we're in some ebbs and flows as far as this game goes, and right now, option 12 feeling good as they dive the mid lane turret. Chaos taken extremely low. Black Shield will help a little bit. But now Wishbone, she's in the middle of everything, and I don't think that you can really defend this. So yeah, gotta walk away. W Fan throws out a volley, but it's inconsequential. And gotta get lucky has now gotta be a little bit careful, because he's down in this battle. Yeah, good early recall, recognizing the potential threat.
Looks as though Storm's calling for a Baron while 12 is trying to set up for this next dragon.
Yeah, they're teleporting, but they are seen, so this is going to be dangerous.
Yeah, I think the fact that, yeah, they realize they're seen, they're getting out of there. Wisely so. I would have been interested to see if there hadn't been a ward there, what would have happened. Ooh, are they gonna...
And now they're setting up a Death Brush, though, and Sigtao Eternal is doing the Drake, so Gregosaurus is going to get locked up. Good stopwatch, or is it Azonia's? I don't even know, but he's down regardless. Token drops as well. Queen Whisper lives just barely, and now Pointy Ball firing away. The curtain call goes off, and someone's got to block this for Wishbone. Chaosix, actually Wishbone flashes away. Not sure if that should have been necessary. Someone could have just blocked that for her, but regardless, Sigtao Eternal will get this Drake. Probably no. The rest of Northern Storm shows up. So it's a 2-for-2. No junglers alive. So Pointy Ball takes down Wishbone in the mid lane as well. Queen Whisper is still very low, and this is just going to end up being a little burst battle here as Pointy Ball's here. He doesn't have 4-shot, but WD Fan could be in trouble. Chaos is going to have to run away. Sigtao Eternal goes in. He says, I'm tired of getting bullied in the top lane. I'll bully you, and I'll take this Drake. It's 3 on the side of option 12 now.
Yeah, I don't know why Northern Storm stuck around there. You knew that the rest of option 12 was coming down there. Two damage dealers with no backup is not a fun situation.
Yeah, it was a 3-on-3 on the map, but then Wishbone went down, and then as you said, just you have to understand who's alive, who your members are that you have at your disposal, because a LeBlanc and a very underfed Ashe are just, you're not going to be able to kill a Volibear before his help arrives. WD Fan, he hasn't played poorly so far. I mean, he has a pretty sizable CS advantage, only the 1 death that just happened. But compared to Pointy Ball, who has amounted 8 kills at this point, he is far behind on the gold curve.
Yeah, almost a 2,000 gold differential there, which is not great. But also, I mean, with just the set being up higher than her, it kind of shows the situation that Northern Storm is in.
Meanwhile, like, Sigtal Eternal, he just made a good play on the Drake. He's 426, but he has 84 CS at 26 minutes. And it just makes... We know that Option 12, they don't prioritize top lane. Sigtal Eternal is often put on this, you know, tank duty, just soak up damage, be the front line. But at some level, you have to find this guy farm. 86 at 27 minutes is a crazy low number. Prowler and Ponyball, though, trying to two-man this Baron, and there's enough pressure in the mid lane that Northern Storm have not even checked yet. They have two people down near the bot side. There's a Hawk shot, so they know what's happening now. And Option 12, they're willing to call the bluff. Prowler's almost out of mana, though, so this is a dangerous situation. If it ends up becoming a fight, there goes Chaosic's big burst. This could end up being very, very consequential. Gregor Stars, they're just bursting it because they weren't there in time. Gregor Stars gonna land the ult onto WD Fan. There it is, onto the immobile 80 carry. And now Option 12 looks like they might have everything they need. Gotta get lucky, just perusing through the jungle. Northern Storm just with nothing to do here. Chaosix doesn't have the damage. Wishbone doesn't have the health. And Option 12 get the Baron and 3 kills.
I must say, that was very noble of Chaosix to go back into that. You're almost no health LeBlanc going in against 3 very scary durable characters, but you're trying, you know, you're trying. And did manage to survive.
Playing LeBlanc against a bunch of durable people is not fun either.
Yeah, as Relexus says, Volibear doesn't really need gold once he gets durable enough. And with already a Thornmail and a Spirit Visage in his pocket, I think that he's fine with whatever they give him.
You don't necessarily need gold, but levels matter. And he's level 13. He's behind his 80 carry in levels. That's strange.
Sure, but he's
for a
tied
solo
with,
laner to be behind.
He's tied with the opponent, and that's all that matters.
Sure. Sure. It's just strange. It's just weird to see.
I mean, we all want the big fuzzy bear to have more levels. We're not trying to starve him out or anything. But with, let's see, 26. What's the health on our other, let's say, tanks? Oh, look, 1800. Boy, that's tanky. What's this guy at? 23? Alright. Hey, look at that. Set's got health. That's nice. Where's my tanks? Oh, they're not in this game. Oh.
Tank.
Yeah, Jin with the definite carry potential here. Rocking that 9 and 2. Keep him alive.
WD Fan is so dead.
And Prowler
Hecarim
also. I
just
mean, my
showing
God.
up. Yeah, so much damage out of this Hecarim right now, and WD Fan. I feel bad for WD Fan honestly in this game because up until a few moments ago, maybe not moments, but about 5 minutes ago, he was 105. He was doing fine, but meanwhile his opposing laner somehow was 827.
Once again, Ponyball is off on a business trip. Just have Prowler joining him this time.
This gold lead has ballooned up to 10k now. It's 3-1 in Drakes.
Next dragon's coming as well, so this will be the soul.
Yes, this is a big deal too. The Mountain Drake, just the lack of damage on the side of Northern Storm means that just a little bit more health you have to burn through, some more resistances. That's gonna be tough. Ponyball, that's a very hypey flash. I think he'll be fine, but honestly, like that's a play that if you made it in a different game could definitely get punished. Token will just walk through that wall and he'll get run down by Prowler here probably shortly. Curtain call.
Can't hit
Backwards.
things in the wall, boy.
This is a lot invested for just this Kayn. They'll get it, and it will be fine. But it almost seems like Option 12 are just kind of just having fun right now.
Yeah, I mean, poor LeBlanc is not really going to be able to get anything done now.
Yeah, especially with that Mountain Soul.
So, I mean, the fact that... I would just like to see Option 12 push, honestly. I think that if they 5-man this, there really isn't any threat they really need to look out for, unless, like, Wishbone is going to come over a wall and Hourglass ults, maybe. But even then, Eternal is so durable. Why are you guys... Oh, no more minions, I guess.
They need to protect the wave. They need to escort this wave in, but
Right.
I'm not sure. Now they're all gonna go do wolves.
I think their dream is, well, we took down the mid turrets, let's just keep pushing mid.
This isn't really ideal rotations, I think, but they'll still probably get what they want. Spooky Ghosts come out and the Glacial Shroud, just so many slows. And yeah, gotta get lucky, it's gonna get annihilated here, Gregosaurus. There's the zoning ult, that one made sense. So they will get this mid lane inhibitor. And might just push for the game here. The wave is not huge, so actually no.
Yeah, the Ashe is really being good at this wave clearing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Fawn staying back and making sure that basic minion waves don't push up is really helping them stay alive here.
Option 12, they are spotted out here. See if Token tries to go for a cheeky steal on this red buff. Yep, he gets it.
Very good drive-by there by
Small
Token.
victories. Not sure how much a red buff means at this point, but small little victories.
Every little bit helps. Chat complaining about bruiser champs. I mean, to be fair, he's also 4-2 and 8.
Just talking about Volibear?
Yeah, they're complaining about Volibear having 89 CS and unkillable. Well, you know, the other factor is it'd be nice if Northern Storm had some damage to put out, because I'm not scared.
Yeah,
I'm not scared of any of them right now.
Yeah, the only AP damage on Northern Storm is LeBlanc, and an underfed LeBlanc is basically not a champion.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Gotta Get Lucky is a threat, but he's got to catch somebody alone.
Yeah, at this point, the threat or the hope for Northern Storm is that you can somehow steal this Baron, stall out the game for another 5 minutes. Well, you have to steal the Elder Drake as well, probably. And then hopefully get WD Fan to like 3.5, 4 items, and then maybe you can win a fight. But right now, that's the only win path that I see.
Well, the stealing is possible. Kane's ability to run through walls can certainly help them secure anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the steals are possible, but that's the only way I see Northern Storm getting this, and they have to get the steal as Wishbone gets caught out. There's the Hourglass. Gregosaurus, nice ult, just destroys the Morgana. She does actually live, but then nobody blocks the Curtain Call. That's about the second time that we've seen people not block the Curtain Call. Prowler does actually get the Baron stolen. Token does get the steal, but the fight popped off before I could point out this part. You also have to win the fight afterward, and I don't think that Northern Storm are going to live very much longer here. Prowler, so much damage. Chaos just goes back. Gregosaurus in a little trouble, but he'll be fine. And WD Fan drops, and that should be game 1, going over to option 12.
Did manage to kill the bear.
All right, so Bruiser Champ's not OP.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, that was the other thing, is that Northern Storm, you had to steal those objectives, and you had to do so without catastrophic team fights. And so they did steal the Baron, but lost the game at the same time. Very, very good display from option 12 here in game 1. See how they regroup.
With some durability, I would hope. All right, check out the score screen with some fun graphs. Very nice damage from Pointy Ball. Everyone else relatively close there. Surprised the Hecarim doesn't have more damage, actually.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where Hecarim, is probably doing a lot of what I, kind of call like consequential damage that actually mattered. There's so many champions like Ezreal or Varus who end up having insane amounts of damage to champions, but it's a lot of time just like meaningless poke.
And I mean, check out this the vision score here. Everyone on option 12 pitching in. This is probably one of the most even ward scores we've ever seen.
That's very interesting. Oh my goodness. Yeah, almost everybody having a higher vision score than almost everybody on Northern Storm, except for Wishbone. They had 5 of the 6 highest vision scores on the in the game.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break here, update the main screen, and then we'll be back for game 2. Northern Storm got themselves in a bit of a hole. We'll see if they can dig out of it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.